What pushes a nation to the brink? How does a ruler, seemingly untouchable for decades, suddenly find their power crumbling to dust? Today, we're diving into the dramatic final acts of some of the most controversial leaders in modern Arab history. This isn't just about dates and events, it's about the human stories of power, protest, and the unstoppable demand for change. Let's start with Iraq's Saddam Hussein. For over 30 years, he ruled with an iron fist, his image plastered on every street corner. He led Iraq through a devastating war with Iran and the invasion of Kuwait, which led to international sanctions that crippled his country. His regime was notorious for its brutality against any form of dissent. But his downfall wasn't internal. It was the 2003 US-led invasion that shattered his grip on power. After months on the run, he was found hiding in a small underground hole, a shadow of his former self. His capture and subsequent trial, broadcast to the world, marked a surreal and violent end to his long reign. His story is a stark reminder that even the most fortified power can be dismantled by external forces. Now, let's shift to North Africa, to Libya's Muammar Gaddafi. He was one of a kind and eccentric leader who seized power in a 1969 coup. For 42 years, he was the brotherly leader, ruling through his unique Third Universal Theory. He funded conflicts across the globe and was linked to several international terrorist attacks, making Libya a pariah state for years. But his end came from within. Inspired by the Arab Spring in neighboring Tunisia and Egypt, Libyans rose up in 2011. What started as protests quickly escalated into a full-blown civil war, with NATO intervening on the side of the rebels. After months of brutal fighting, Gaddafi was captured by rebel forces in his hometown of Sirte. The final moments of his life were chaotic and violent. A grim conclusion to a rule that was just as turbulent. Next, we travel to Egypt and the story of Hosni Mubarak, a former Air Force commander. Mubarak became president after Anwar Sadat's assassination in 1981. He ruled for nearly 30 years under a continuous state of emergency, which gave his security forces sweeping powers. His era was marked by political stagnation and growing economic inequality, while his family and allies reportedly amassed incredible wealth. In January 2011, the world watched as millions of Egyptians flooded Cairo's Tahrir Square. For 18 days, they demanded bread, freedom, and social justice. Unlike in Libya, the military chose not to crush the protests. Instead, they sided with the people. On February 11th, his vice president announced Mubarak's resignation. He was later put on trial, a once unthinkable sight for Egyptians, symbolizing a powerful, peaceful transfer of power driven entirely by the will of the people. Finally, let's look at Zine El Abidine, Ben Ali of Tunisia, the man whose fall sparked the entire Arab Spring. He came to power in 1987, promising a new era of prosperity. And for a while, Tunisia was seen as a success story, stable and economically growing. But beneath the surface, there was widespread corruption, a lack of political freedom, and high unemployment, especially among the youth. The breaking point came in December 2010, when a young street vendor named Mohammed Bouazizi set himself on fire to protest police harassment and injustice. His desperate act ignited a firestorm of protests across the country. Ben Ali's attempts to quell the uprising with promises and force failed. Less than a month later, he fled the country with his family to Saudi Arabia, becoming the first Arab leader to be toppled by the popular uprisings that would sweep the region. From foreign invasion to popular revolution, the fall of these leaders shows that no rule is absolute. Whether brought down by internal rage or external pressure, their stories are powerful lessons in the limits of authority and the enduring human quest for dignity and freedom. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey through history insightful, please hit that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives. And let us know in the comments which historical events you'd like us to cover next. See you in the next video.